Welcome to another episode of Business Bros. One solo bro, but I got two guests with me today. So I want to welcome you guys to the show, Aren and Matt. Welcome to the program, guys.
What's up? How you doing?
How's it going?
All right. Let's start off with the basics. Tell me a little bit about who you guys are. What do you do?
Okay, so me and Aren, we're the co-founders of Real Estate Scaling Secrets. And in a few days here, I don't know how many details we can tell with this podcast, but we do have something in store coming soon. It's called Real Estate Sovereignty. It's going to be a program that realtors can kind of get a grip of their own business without needing to rely on someone like Zillow to provide them leads or another external lead generation company. So everything will be in-house and they can really tighten up their marketing efforts.
Nice, dude. Nice. We're kind of on the same page. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. How about you, Aren? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So Matt and I, just a little bit background about, the offer that we have is we are actually both ex-Facebook real estate lead generation agency owners. So, we've been basically generating leads for real estate agents. And then what we realized is that, there are a lot of real estate agents, they are not in a position to have that, thousands of dollars every month to invest in their business to generate leads. But at the same time, they really wanted to figure that out, but they don't know how to get started. There are so many different information online. Most of the information are either outdated or just like extremely generic. You can't just take them and then put them into actions. And we see kind of like the real estate agents being kidnapped by, all these lead providers, charging thousands a month. So we really see them struggling. So that's why we say, hey, why don't we, just leverage our skill and knowledge and, give back to the agent community and then really teach the agents how to, get control of their own business opportunity and generate leads the way that kind of like, agencies are generating leads for their clients and charging thousands in retainer a month for.
Sounds like a branding play, right? Because I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. So on Monday, I launched my podcast coaching program, and it deals with a lot of the same issues that I hear you guys talking about. There's a lot of people out there who are basically in a position where they have their business open, and they're trying to get clients to come in. They're like, come here. But nobody can hear them. Their voice is so faint in this mass amount of, tons of 23,000 agents in San Diego, whatever it is, right? Their voice is just swamped. Every message they say, everybody's been saying it. Everything they're doing, everybody's been doing it. They got to do something a little bit different. And so, for me, the podcasting space is one of those things where it's like, if you're putting out content on a regular basis, every piece of content that is out there is now screaming, hey, this is me, this is what I do. And, it's out there working for you 24/7 on every single platform that you put it out there on. So for me, podcasting is one of those things where I can create one long form piece of content and then chop that little guy up into a bunch of other pieces that I can continuously use so that my circle of influence continuously sees my face, my brand, my message over and over again.
That's so smart. So smart. Exactly. So eventually I feel like the goals are pretty similar, kind of like, just teaching, our clients how to get control of their business opportunity, just like what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, how often are people, use Zillow, for example. You start paying a monthly fee to Zillow and you start getting leads. First of all, those leads aren't very good, right? They've been washed through 5 or 6 different other realtors that are looking at that same lead. So you still got to do the work, but you get conditioned on, I pay a fee, I get a lead. I pay a fee, I get a lead. And you never wean yourself off that Zillow teat, essentially, right? You're just stuck on it. But if we can get these agents to take control of their own brand, their own initiative, their own marketing, now all of a sudden the leads that are coming in are not cold leads that have gone through 5 or 6 real estate agents. These are leads coming from your own sphere. These are warm leads. These are people who are in a position ready to take action, and they came from people who have already identified with you as a brand, and they know, like, and trust you, and they're ready to take action.
Exactly. I feel like the know, like, trust factor is like super big. So that's why kind of like on top of what we teach, which is this lead generation, also Matt is an expert on branding side. So on top of, really teaching real estate agents how to generate leads, which is basically what we call it, the survival skill. Because if you don't have leads, you don't have a business. It's the first step to survive. But survival is not enough. You also want it to thrive. And how do you thrive? Is by building your influence, your sphere of influence. And that's where the branding side of it kind of came in. So this is when, Matt came into, really shine, because like he is the expert in, how agents should position themselves in front of their audience, so they become the top of mind awareness choice whenever someone within their sphere of influence needs to buy or list a home.
Yeah, that's important. Tell me a little bit about real estate, the program you guys. I keep wanting to call it sovereignty. Sorry. So real estate sovereignty. Tell me a little bit more about like what are some of these pieces that they're going to get with this package. I'm going to dig a little deeper because I know you said it's kind of hush hush, but I kind of want to dig.
Yeah, sure. So I would say, the philosophy really is like, we really want to go from, you buying the lead. It's like you buying a fish, from you buying a fish to you being able to fish your own leads. So it's all about teaching them and giving them all the tools and stuff. So we kind of break that down into 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars, 2 of them I cover, 2 of them he covers. And another way you can break up the 4 pillars or the 2 pillars, in the duality form is, there's left brain marketing and right brain marketing. There's science marketing and then art marketing. There's just pretty much any which way you look at it, pretty much I'm the branding expert and he's the advertiser. So we hit both very, very, very deep. So as for me with the branding stuff, it's not only about like how you're appearing on social media. It's also about like what content are you putting out that isn't having to do with you in real estate, because not everyone wants to come onto your page and see everything about real estate. They want to see and connect with you as a person and really like, what are your hobbies? What is your entourage? What kind of personality and values system do you have? Because those are the people that are going to really connect with you on a deeper level when it comes to them wanting to buy a house. So it's like he, generates all the traffic, and then I really harness in on your personality, really. Like we go deep, figuring out your personality type and all these different quirks that will really position you away from anyone else in the marketplace, developing your story. Everyone loves a story. So what is your story as an agent? We extract all this information from you to make you position better in the market. And so that's like one part, that's like one pillar, right? That's like the branding side. Well, with the brand, you also have, yourself, you are the brand. So if you're not performing at a high level, like in your personal life and in your business life, then your business is going to suffer. Your brand is going to suffer. So we go deep also into mindset, accountability, morning and nightly routines, just things to get organized, just pretty much anything under the sun to really develop the person that your ideal self you would want to be. So I'm very focused on the person, the art, the brand, and he's very focused on like the systems, the science. So it's very dual.
That's a very good match. That's a good match. That totally helps out. That's how my brother and I are. He's totally systems oriented. I'm totally very overview oriented. And it's funny that you talk about the brand that way, because when I talk to people about starting their own podcast, I'm like, so what's it going to be about? And they're like, oh, I'm going to do a real estate podcast. I'm like, dude, that's going to suck. That is boring. That is not what people want to hear, right? Like this is like, okay, what else do you like to do for fun? And I like to use the example. I'm like, let's say you're a realtor, but you also like to bake, right? Or you like to cook. So let's do a show for you where we can mesh the two things. Maybe, the brand is you, the realtor, but your show is not you talking about market updates. That's going to be boring. Nobody wants to hear that. How many times did I hear, like, just the last 2 days that interest rates are at 0%? I don't care. Like, it's okay. It's done. I got the message. How does that help me, right? Or how is that entertaining? Or how is that fun? You know what I mean? So like when I talk to somebody about that, I'm like, okay, you're a real estate agent and you bake. Okay, cool. Let's make your show something like that. Let's bring in that Martha Stewart look, right? Where that you're the real estate agent. We're branding you on the show as the realtor, but you're cooking a meal for your guest, and you're going to have guests over and you're going to show them, what you're doing to make your dinner. This is the ingredients you use. And you're talking to your guest about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And at that point, it's like, now this show's a little more entertaining. Now it's fun. Not just that, you're not going to get tired of doing it because you're going to be doing it anyways. This is something you like to do for fun. Like if you, and to me, the whole podcasting thing is a prospecting tool. You can't get away from prospecting in business. You just can't, right? So why go the route where you're going to hear no a bunch of times when you can go the route where you hear yes a bunch of times? And for me, I'm like, if I'm going to prospect and I hear no a lot versus I have an option where I can prospect and hear yes a lot, which one would I choose? Obviously, we're going to go with the yes, right? And I keep telling people, I'm like, once you have a show, people say yes to you more often than they say no. If I invite somebody to be on the show, like I asked, like you guys, right? You guys want to be on the show? Yeah. Like it's an opportunity for you to get your message out on somebody else's platform. That's the beauty of having that sort of stuff. That's the beauty of having your brand, having that circle of influence. Now, when you reach out to whatever client you want to work with, the value you can bring to them is, look at my audience. Look who I have at my disposal. Look at my network. Look at who I can work with. Did I lose you guys?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're here, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say too, podcasts are super, super key because you're just able to leverage, other people's audiences. They were just on a podcast. Oh my God, they're going to tell all their friends, go check it out, yada, yada. So real smart stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. And the fact that you guys are working on both ends, on the person as an individual, holding them accountable, making sure that they produce stuff on a regular basis, making sure that, all that person stuff is taken care of. But on the same time, you're handling the back end. There's people who don't want to work on the tech stuff, right? I don't want to type away on my computer. I want to be the one that goes out and shakes hands and kisses babies, right? That's where my forte is. Or you have the other side. You have that agent who's like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'll do my own like lead gen on this side, but I need help with keeping myself accountable, keeping myself like. You guys have a good dynamic duo going on right here that's going to help bring some value to those agents. How do they get a hold of you? Like when are you guys launching?
2 days, 36 hours.
Dude, that's a tight window. So I got a question about that though. So I soft launched my thing on Monday, right? And by soft launch, I mean, I put that deadline on myself, and I had to have my like whole sales presentation ready to go. I had to have my whole back end course stuff, like not everything, but a good part to start to go. And so I set that deadline on myself, and just as I'm getting close, all this stuff happens with that coronavirus stuff. Yeah. I'm imagining, since your launch is in 2 days, you feel the same way. So how is that affecting you?
That's an interesting question. So, it's been a roller coaster. One moment we're just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And then the next moment we're like, no, dude, this is the best thing to ever happen to us. Exactly. We're going to push through. And that's really the philosophy that we're taking. We see kind of, maybe it's messed up, but like almost leveraging that this thing that's happening, and in the sense that like people need to, this is going to cause change, right? Mm-hmm. What a better time to change your business, to change your marketing approach, than to really get all hands on deck. Don't be outsourcing to these lead gen companies who you're pretty much at the mercy of, right? You're pretty much a glorified employee to them with like Zillow and stuff. You're not in control of your business. Like
they are.
It's an illusion pretty much. So we're able to pretty much leverage that stuff. And now that everyone's in their house all day, we're coming out with a training on Thursday. So will definitely have the most attendees with the quarantine going on. So it's just a matter of, and then also too, he was just reading a book by Gary Keller, right? And yeah, and he was talking about how the biggest thing with agents is they need to be on their feet when crises come like this. They need to be thinking on their feet. And I don't know, I think this is just the perfect opportunity for them to really stand up as leaders and really make a marketing shift in their business. So
funny.
We're actually really looking forward to it.
It's so funny because I was the same way, dude. And one of the things that was in my own personal head was, man, how are people gonna pay for my program right now? Like, well, how could I justify even doing that? And I had the same epiphany that you guys had, which was, this is exactly why you need to be in part of my program, right? Now is the opportunity that you have. You're at home. What are you going to be doing? I mean, it's not like you can go out and knock on doors right now, and it's not like safe for you. It's not safe for the people opening their doors. You could pick up the phone and stuff. You can still do business. We can still transact via Zoom. There's still an opportunity here. Don't feel bad for selling a product that will bring value to somebody else in their life. Right. And that's the biggest thing right now. Like, if you're going to try to, grab a case of water and sell it for $10, like, that's asshole move right there. Right. Don't do that. But when you're bringing value to somebody, helping change their life, or maybe the way they're doing business and adapting to the situation, if you make money in helping people, why is that a bad thing? You're doing that anyways, regardless of whether there was a virus in play or not. Your job is to bring value to people and help them to better their situation. It just so happens we're at a good time to take advantage of a situation like ours, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And I feel like maybe we are biased because we're the creator of this product, but we have 100% certainty that if they invest in this thing, it will be their best investment during this special time, because it's going to change their lives.
Yeah.
Have them gain control of their business opportunity. And one thing, especially during time of crisis, for example, like a shifting real estate market and a coronavirus like what we are having right now, your ability to stay in the business really hinges on whether you're able to generate leads and then have a personal brand that makes sense for your prospect to transact with you.
Yeah.
So, like, by enrolling into our program and really dialing in and putting everything into practice is going to be the best thing that can happen to our prospects. So, it sounds cocky to say, but after we realize that this is the best opportunity to offer this product to the market, we are probably even more confident than this entire incident happened. This madness took place.
Yeah, it definitely helped out. And even if you don't take advantage of programs like ours, this is an ideal time for you to learn something new, right? I saw on Facebook the other day, somebody was like, oh, I'm going to learn to juggle. I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's something different. You have time. This is your opportunity to learn something new, whether it's juggling, which is fine. You can learn juggling, or learn a new strategy. Maybe you learn how to use Photoshop. Maybe you learn how to, more about Facebook ads, maybe whatever it is that could add to your arsenal in your business. Now's the time to do that. And programs like ours are exactly that. It's something that you normally wouldn't be doing on your own, or you would feel risky because maybe you didn't have the time. Now you have the time. Now you have the opportunity. This is the time to take action with these sort of things. So let me ask you about your program a little bit. Is it coaching based? Is it like where they're going to have access to you guys? Is it software based? What kind of program you guys got?
So for the program is 6 weeks long, and pretty much what's going to go on with the beta launch is what this really is, right? It's our first launch ever. So people are going to get in at a discounted price, heavily discounted price. And they're also going to have access to us 24/7, but really,
18/7.
18.
You got to sleep. Yeah, you got to sleep in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what? They're going to call you on that. They're going to be like, no, we want 24/7. You sleep at one time. You sleep at another.
That's funny. Yeah, so with this first wave of people, we are also cutting it off at a certain amount. We want to really not break our fulfillment system and really just dial in and give everyone as much attention to detail as we possibly can. So
because what we really wanted to do is just wanted to make sure, because we know exactly what our clients need, but at the same time, we also wanted to, make sure that the way that we present it is, the most, like, how do I put it? Like the most learnable way, like the easiest way for them to absorb the information, the knowledge, and then really put them into practice. So it's going to be a lot of one-on-one, making sure that everyone gets the best results possible through this beta launch. And based on, all those interactions and experiences, we will have a second beta launch in the future as well. And it's going to be probably more automated, but still, like, we're going to be, assisting all the clients, whether it's in the future or now, to help them bring about the results that the program promised them.
And guys, being in a beta program is probably the most advantageous one to be in, because you get additional help. Like you were talking about the one-on-one. Once the beta program's over and you realize, okay, this went well, this didn't well, we're going to change this, we're going to adapt this, we're going to modify this, the next group doesn't get the same attention that that first group got. Taking advantage of this first beta group is something where, like, and here's the other thing. When you launch a beta program, we want success stories. So you get that extra added attention, because when this 6-week program's over, I want to say, look at this rock star I created. Look at this rock star I created. Look at this rock star I created. This is exactly why you want to join my program. So we're going to put that much more effort at the beginning to make sure that we have success, and everybody else at the end gets the systemized process of what we've created. But those first groups, those are the ones that definitely want to be in. How do they get involved in your program to be part of the beta program?
So I'd say the first step is joining our Facebook group. We have a free Facebook group where people can join in, and we're always releasing free trainings, even like literally 30 to an hour long trainings that we just really see that they need help in the marketplace. So that Facebook group you can just search it. It's Real Estate Scaling Secrets, and that'll be the first search bar. So we're about 600 members strong right now. So things are looking up.
And then you guys are going to announce there how we get access to your course, so we can be part of that beta program.
So that'll be this Thursday. Yeah. Around like 1 o'clock. Like no one really knows, but like this is actually the first time we're
you're the first to know. You're the first.
Nice. Probably be in that beta program, learn some new stuff. So, dude, I mean, how you can tell, like, at least I can tell in your guys' faces, you guys are excited, you guys are pumped, you're ready for this thing to launch. With any new venture, there are always things in the back of our minds that we get a little nervous about, that we're, not that we don't think it's going to work. It's just something about that particular launch that, gives us that, I don't know, cold feet type feeling, right? It's not that we're not going to take action. And I noticed that with a lot of real estate agents, when they get into the business, they're excited to get started, but there's something that they have cold feet about. How are you attacking that and making sure you push forward? What are some of those key factors that you leap over the cliff and you're like, screw it, I'm doing it anyways. Yeah. 2 more days and it's on.
You have anything to say? Because I'm thinking back to something from earlier. Something from earlier we were just talking about was, so that's a great question. Brings me right back to like where we were talking, like, what if, no one, picks up the phone to call us to, try and enroll in the program? What if that were to happen? And we quickly came to the realization that was like, you know what? Who the hell cares? Like, there's no point in even focusing on that variable of happening until it actually happens. If it were to actually happen, then we'll address that now. But until then, it's almost like you're pretty much like you're in your own way, kind of thing. So
exactly.
I love it.
Something else that really helped us multiple times is how strong an offer that we have.
Yeah.
That offer, the process is infallible. If the real estate agents, they enroll, it will change their life 100%. So that belief, that certainty, that 100% faith in the product and the offer that we have helped us multiple times. Because entrepreneur, you are an entrepreneur. Like there are times where you'll have doubt like looming in your head and be like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough of the right thing? Like, is this going to pick up? Are people going to? And then we just realized we have such a genuine offer that's designed to help change people's life in a probably most genuine fashion. There's like, we just got to do it. Like, stop all those stupid thoughts that are like you're telling yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's people out there that need what you have, and this isn't, we were talking a lot about programs here, but I was telling Aren this, and this is kind of like my side of the things with the art and the branding is, we're not just a program, we're a movement to really having these agents have sovereignty in their business where they're not relying on these other people. So getting people excited about something more than what's just a program, it adds to the certainty, adds to the conviction that you have and what it is that you're selling. So yeah, I would say belief is the number one thing.
I love that. Knocking that fear out of the way. Like this old wise man once said, fear leads to hate, hate leads to anger, anger leads to the dark side. So don't even lead with the fear, man. Little green Yoda. And that's a Yoda line. You guys got that one. No, but that's really, it's exactly it. You might have these looming fears that pop in. Something's going to stop you or make you think about stopping and preventing it, but it's really all in your head, right? Nobody's stopping you but you from taking action. Can't wait to see what you guys do with this thing. I'm excited for you.
It's going to disrupt industries, man. We've kind of kept low key about that aspect of it because it's a little, polarizing, which is actually a really good thing anyway. But, we come from the lead generation space and we come from masterminds where we paid thousands of dollars to learn these things. Right. And it's just going to be interesting to see the shift in the marketplace. And then also too, we saw our competition, we researched our competition heavily and we're like, all right, what are they doing? What did they have? Or what do we have that's unique to the market? And a great starting point is, we see all these other real estate coaches and real estate programs is, they're helping them with their professionalism with real estate and, everything to do with the profession of real estate. And they're helping them with branding and they're helping them with marketing and accountability and like all these different things. And what that spelt out to me was jack of all trades, master of none. Whereas with our program, it's like, no, I'm focused on the brand and the person. He's focused on the system, and you got to focus on your real estate profession.
That's right.
Hire a real estate coach, hire a mentor, whatever. But when you come to us, you're getting the best of the best marketing and branding that really what we think has to offer.
And that's what it's about. When you build a team, just like you guys have a team right now, you know what your strengths are, you know what your weaknesses are, and you count on that other person or that other teammate to help bring the ship together so that you guys are floating in the same direction, right? And that's what it's about here. There are people who are really good at what they do. You might have the best real estate coach that'll help you on any problem that pops up, but that guy might not be the best when it comes to branding, or might not be the best when it comes to lead gen, or might not, you know what I mean? They have all types of different things. And when you build a business, an actual business where you can go on vacation and it continues to do its thing, right? Not where you go on vacation and your income goes on vacation with you. It requires that you have a team. It requires that you have those missing pieces, right? That's what it's about. So you guys are a piece to the puzzle. If you want that real estate agent to master that piece, you need to hire people who work on that piece and that piece alone.
Exactly.
Love it, guys. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear what you guys got, what you guys doing. A lot of secrecy. So in 2 days, 2 days time, last little thing, give me some contact info. How do we get a hold of you? How do we get a part of this program? What's the best way to move on? I know you said the Facebook page. Is there anything else?
Just our personal pages, I guess, on Facebook. We're very, very active on Facebook with the real estate stuff, always posting it pretty much every day on the organic side of things. So that's where you can find us.
Stay top of mind.
Yeah, I would say, the best way is really to get into that Facebook group, because we are in the Facebook group helping our members, dropping value bombs, answering questions, and inviting guests to do like interviews and releasing master classes all the time. So the best way is really just to search real estate scaling secrets in the Facebook group. I'm pretty sure we're the first search result that pops out. But just contact us there is probably the best way to reach us.
Sweet. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys coming on the show, sharing with me what's going on. I love talking branding and marketing and content. That's like that gets my juices flowing, right? So thanks, guys, for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gents, that's all we got for you guys today. Peace. And we're out.